Day 2 of training camp was dominated by one man, and his name is Justin, middle name redacted, Herbert. The guy was a beast, and I'm going to tell you exactly what he did. Chargers Now is presented by Prize Picks. I am your host, Will Ortner. And Justin Herbert absolutely took control of day 2 of Los Angeles Chargers training camp and made it his own. And this is what you need out of your star quarterback. A lot of people in the national media like to kind of poo-poo the skill set that Herbert has, and that is, in my opinion, 1, stupid, but 2, it shows that they don't understand just how much more room Herbert had to grow as a player. He was basically having all of his success by just being better than everyone else and willing his team into victories. Now, with Mike McDaniel as his offensive coordinator, he's improving his technique. He's getting the ball out quicker. He's more accurate with the football, and it paid dividends already for the Chargers in the 2026 NFL season. And I'm not the only one who took notice. Every single reporter was talking about how good Justin Herbert was, and the Los Angeles Chargers have already posted multiple highlight clips from the day with Justin Herbert finding open receivers and running backs on their main account. Don't believe me? Eric Smith does a fantastic job of covering the National Football League and the Chargers. Talked about how Herbert was absolutely dealing on day 2. A couple of the big throws that he was able to hit. Chris Rim of ESPN, another fantastic reporter. He's talking about just how well Justin Herbert was able to perform. Now, he's talking about everyone and what they were able to do with the offensive line and the defensive group. Justin Herbert, nobody was more impressive than what he was doing out there on the field for this team. You can look at all the different players that are standing out there from the wide receiver position. They don't stand out without Justin Herbert. Alex Indorf did a fantastic job of covering the Chargers. He talked about a great throw and had a video of Justin Herbert finding Brenen Thompson open today. And what I think is the most important thing that we can all take from day 2, because we are going to break down a couple of the big throws. I'll tell you what I was able to see and then talk a little bit more about the players. But Justin Herbert clearly changed how he was preparing for the NFL season. He took more time off this offseason. Clearly it worked. He's got a very pretty fiance now. Congratulations to the happy couple. Clearly it worked because he's coming into this training camp in the best health that he's ever had before. He wasn't throwing nearly as much as he had been in the previous off seasons. Good for him. Clearly it's worked so far because his ball seems to have a little bit of extra zip on it when he's trying to find his open receiving targets. Couple of throws today, they were on a line, and they had to be because of the defensive players around his receiving target. When you look at the last 4 seasons for Justin Herbert, and this is something that is true of his entire career, Justin Herbert has been very accurate. He is pretty careful with the football, and he has been very good with his completion percentage, finding open players into the end zone. I'll tell you right now, I've been very, very impressed with Justin Herbert. Hit that subscribe button on today's video. We are on the road to 6K subscribers. Obviously, we hit that 5K earlier this week. Thank you. We love and appreciate everyone who has done so. What you're going to get when you subscribe to the channel, you are going to be locked and loaded with the best Chargers content all year long. While you're hitting that sub button, let's ask you a question. Will this be Justin Herbert's best season yet? Let us know down below in the comment section. Is this going to be a yes or a no for you? For me, this is a clear and easy yes. Justin Herbert is seeing the field the best way possible. He is finally in a spot where his football IQ is at the highest it's ever been while still maintaining that athletic prowess, the athletic ability that he's had when he was younger. When I look at Justin Herbert, this is the perfect time for him to hit his peak, and he's doing so right now. We're going to break down every single throw, or at least the big ones. But before we do that, I need to let you know that today's show is made possible by Prize Picks. Prize Picks is America's #1 sports picks app, and is the best place to win cash while watching sports. With the football season right around the corner, there's no better time to cash in with our friends at Prize Picks. And I'll tell you this, the app is really easy to use. For player picks, just pick more or less on a few players' stats and lock in your lineup. That's it. Prize Picks is available in most states, including California, Texas, and Florida. One thing I love is the new social feeds feature, where you can share Prize Picks with your friends and copy lineups with a single click. You can actually follow me on the app, at BigWill7774, to see all of my lineups. Just like this one that I have for the football action going on later on this year. Justin Herbert, more on his pass yards. Quentin Johnston, more on his receiving TDs. Rashid Shaheed, more on his receiving yards. New user offer. Best of all, play your first $5 and get $150 in lineups if you win. Just use code HMA when you sign up. That's right. PrizePicks just switched up their offer, so there's no better time to join. Lock in and win that first lineup. That's code HMA at sign up to get $150 in bonus lineups if you win your first $5 plus lineup. So the top throws that Herbert had during day 2 of Chargers training camp, the first one that really stood out to me was a dot that he ended up having to Ladd McConkey over the middle of the field. Why this is such a big deal to me and the Los Angeles Chargers, they tweeted out the entire video. After we're done here, go check it out. I'm telling you right now, it was an unbelievable play by Herbert because he found McConkey over the middle of the field. It was very crowded, not easy to find McConkey. He had to get it over a defender in the zone back over there. But then after he found McConkey, there was an ability for McConkey to go in and get yards after the catch. Herbert led Ladd. He didn't have to stop, catch the football, and let the defense get around him. He was able to get another 10 to 15 yards off it. It was an excellent throw. I was very impressed with what Justin Herbert was able to do. The second throw, in my opinion, this was the most impressive throw of the day, and it might have been the most impressive catch. Not because Justin Herbert found Keaton Mitchell way down the sideline, right? Not because it was a situation where Keaton Mitchell had to dive to the ground to bring the ball in. But as a running back, your receiving skill set is not nearly going to be that of a wide receiver. Justin Herbert threw the ball, leading Mitchell down the field, down the sideline. Mitchell was able to watch the ball in, track it over his shoulder, catch the football, run for a little bit after he got his hands on the ball before the defender ended up pushing him out of bounds. It was an incredible throw and an even better catch by Mitchell. It was put in a spot where only his guy could get it without leading him out of bounds. Mitchell did an excellent job of tracking that ball down. It certainly felt like that was one of the ways that Mitchell could really impact this Chargers team. Who has impressed you the most through Chargers training camp so far? I understand we're just through 2 days. If you aren't impressed with what some of the players are doing right now, you're not watching this football team close enough, and you certainly should be. I'm telling you right now, Herbert's impressed me, Alt has impressed me, Slater has impressed me, and this wide receiver core, they're certainly a group that has a couple impressive catches as well. I think maybe the guy who's had the best camp so far, and I don't want to take this away from Justin Herbert, might be Brenen Thompson because he had another big play catch from Justin Herbert. Now, yesterday, it was a sliding. Herbert put the ball where only his guy could get it. Thompson finds a way, slides under it, makes a big-time catch. This time, he's coming across the field. It's a deep corner route, deep post route, because I guess he's going across the middle. And it was just an incredible throw by Herbert. There were multiple defenders back there, safety and a corner. Didn't matter. Thompson found it, makes the catch. Now, he's immediately touched down because in this situation, obviously no one's wearing pads, so no one's going to be tackled. But it was a spot where Thompson caught the football. He would have gotten hit in a game, but he still would have made the play. He was obviously a big, deep threat over there for Mississippi State. That's why the Chargers brought him in the draft. I thought it was an excellent ball. I thought it was an excellent catch for him. Let's give Tre Harris some love because Justin Herbert found him in the low red zone. It was a tight throw. And if you've seen some of the film that has come out, Quentin Johnston did end up having a drop there. Trust me, it was a simple, ball came out hot. Johnston wasn't quite turned around. That's a ball that gets caught in about a month when you have more time to prepare. It might not get caught day 2. It gets caught later. Tre Harris, same throw. He was able to bring it in. Now, the rookie year, I'm not here to say that it was a great year. I don't know that I want to fully go into it. It was a disappointing year as well. I think there were a lot of issues on the offensive side, and I don't think a lot of them were necessarily certain players' fault, including Tre Harris. And so I think that when you talk about Harris and the year 2 jump that he needs to have, it's good to see that he's already making traffic catches in the low red zone and getting into the end zone. Last one, Quentin Johnston got an absolute seed from Justin Herbert. I know that there's a lot of belief that Johnston needs to take a step forward from this Chargers fan base. I know that Johnston has had a strong off season, but that doesn't really mean anything until you perform on the field with your team. Johnston was in a tight window. There were linebackers in front of him, safeties behind him, corners all around. Perfect spot in the zone, sits down. Herbert finds him. Easy pitch, easy catch. The type of throw that the Chargers need to have to be successful. Herbert was a beast all day, and he spread the love around. Now, if it was a day where there were 5 great catches by Quentin Johnston or Ladd McConkey, I wouldn't be saying that Justin Herbert dominated Chargers training camp day 2. I'd be saying that Ladd McConkey, Quentin Johnston dominated. Here's the thing. Everyone had a big catch. Everyone had a big play. Why is that? Because Justin Herbert was absolutely dealing from the quarterback position with the Los Angeles Chargers. And the most impressive part, he was doing it without his offense coordinator, who did have to miss practice for a funeral, which our thoughts and prayers do go out to Mike McDaniel. Thank you guys so much for viewing today's video. We really appreciate it. Had a ton of fun talking about Herbert today. It's a 2-video Thursday, by the way. Second time that we did that this week. You're going to subscribe to the channel because as the season goes, there's going to be more content. And when there's more content, we're going to get that content out to you. I'm telling you right now, it might be a small channel, but it's a channel that's going to work its butt off for you. So hit that subscribe button. Never miss any news or rumors ever again on the Chargers. Thank you guys so much for viewing today's video. I cannot wait to see you guys next time. And as the great Coach Jim Harbaugh would say, bolt the freak up.